us. As you're hopping on the tram, we want to make sure that you have a pair of your 3D glasses. Now is your last call for those 3D glasses. And also watch your arms and your legs. They are starting to close those tram gates. So if we all have those 3D glasses, fantastic. You do not need to wear them just yet. I will give you the heads up when you need to put those glasses on, but do keep them handy. And is anybody celebrating a birthday today? Oh my goodness, okay, excellent. So on the count of three, we're gonna wish them a happy birthday, okay? 1, 2, 3, happy birthday! Thank you so much for celebrating with us here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Okay, it looks like we are getting this tour started. Go ahead and wave goodbye to all the folks. Bye, yeah, you'll see them later on today in the park. I do have a very special guest who would like to start off the tour, so everybody please welcome Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guy.
Roxana.
And the greatest side.
Titus.
They're the best.
Roxana.
That'll be $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, let's go over a few safety rules.
That's right, Jimmy. I do have a few safety rules to go over. First, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram or of any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. This is the safety of those around you. Please do not use selfie sticks while on board. Now that is all the safety information. We have officially left the theme park and we are headed down to the movie studio. To the left and the right of the tram are movie posters representing just some of the thousands of films that Universal Studio has produced. Our founder, Carl Lemley, moved the studio out here to Southern California in the early 1900s, and we officially opened up as a movie studio March 15th of 1915. So we have been making movies here for over 100 years. And Carl Lemley would say that Universal City is the strangest city in the world. We have some normal things any city would have. Fire station over to the right side of the tram. That is real. It's Fire Station 51. But what would make our city a little bit strange, well, we have a bunch of these buildings that we call sound stages. They're like large warehouses. They're about 98% soundproof. And they get some pretty amazing sets inside of these sound stages. Here on the lot, we have 28 sound stages. The first one we're going to see is the largest one, and that's Sound Stage 12. And you're going to see that coming up on the left side of the tram. Sound Stage 12 is currently home to the Hairspray Live, they transformed a portion of our Metropolitan sets to resemble Baltimore, Maryland. And our Metropolitan sets are very versatile. This area can be transformed to represent Great Britain. It was used as that in the TV show Agent Carter. For the Midway Project, it was transformed to resemble India. And as we turn the corner and go deeper into our Metropolitan sets, we're seeing an area that we nicknamed New York Street because it does resemble 34th Street in New York City. But I'll let Jimmy Fallon tell you a bit more about that. He knows a lot about New York City because that's where he films The Tonight Show.
Hey everyone, welcome to it. Okay, let's start right here on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. What's that mouth over there? An old one. Tough lady. Who's my favorite hot dog guy? Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. I was just walking in. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, we're shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here at Universal Live.
That's right. So it can be New York City or other large metropolitan areas from around the world. For example, if you watch American Ninja Warrior when they're doing the LA LA qualifiers, they're not in downtown LA, they're right here on the metropolitan sets. If you saw Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, you also got to see our metropolitan sets, but they were dressed up to resemble Piccadilly Square over in London. So a lot of versatility. Production can go ahead and add them. They would like to the sidewalks, they can change the look of the building. See, a lot of detail went into creating those sets. Director Steven Spielberg was consulted when those sets were being built. And he is not the only impressive director we've worked with here on the lot. See Angelina Jolie, Jordan Peele, and Peter Jackson.
It's the original film. Thrilled and Universal away from the back of the Skull Island. Now it's great to have you along for the ride.
And we are headed into Skull Island. Please make sure to remain seated throughout the entire tour and hold on tightly to a crystal ball.
Back in Skull Island.
Give a big round of applause. And the lineup is Kit from the 2008 revival of Knight Rider. In that revival, Val Kilmer was the voice of Kit. We also have Magnum PI's Ferrari. And then we have Biff's vehicle from Back to the Future, and then the futuristic vehicles from Back to the Future Part 2. And in that film, they're from the year 2015. Then we go back in time to the Stone Age with the Flintstone cars that do have golf cart engines located inside of them. And then some fast beauties from the Fast and Furious franchise, including the Nissan Skyline that Paul Walker's character drove in Too Fast, Too Furious. And no, we did not remove the glass from the gyrosphere from Jurassic World. It never existed. What you saw in the movies was a computer-generated image. And we have some of the vehicles from the Transformer films, including the Bradley fighting vehicle that's made out of plywood and painted to look like metal. This is done because it's a lightweight material, making it easy to read movies. Over to the left, you're going to see a blue cage that's also made out of plywood, painted to look like metal. To the right, we have the boat that was used in Jurassic Park 3. And over on the left, we have the mobile lab unit that was featured in the Lost World Jurassic Park. This is the one that the two angry T-Rex parents went ahead and pushed over the side of that cliff. But as we're passing it, another vehicle made out of plywood. And it wouldn't be Jurassic Park without a few dinosaurs. Now, up on your screens, I'm going to go ahead and play you that scene from the Lost World Jurassic Park. There is that mobile lab unit. And so you can see why they would like a lightweight material to use for that mobile lab unit, because they're going to have to dangle it over the side of that cliff for multiple takes. Now, the particular scene that I am showing you up on your screens was actually filmed on the Universal lot, so we did have to add some rain. And how do they do that? Well, we are headed down to Old Mexico, where we're going to see a few simple techniques a production crew can use to create the illusion of rain any day of the year. So let's see, how about a little bit of thunder and lightning? That's created by using speakers and strobe lights. They're going to be out of eye line on top of the buildings. For rain, let's focus on the left side of the tram.
No alcanzo.
And a sprinkler system is used to create this effect. Again, another simple technique. Now they can control the size of those raindrops. The bigger, the better. That way they're going to capture the light and show up on camera. When the raindrops are too small, it's really hard for the camera to pick up that effect. Now with all of this rain though, there could be some slight flooding, but we're perfectly safe as long as we are seated on the tram. That is our flash flood effect. We can recreate that effect over and over again. The water is recycled and then pumped up to the back, top of that hill. Academy Award winner Lady Gaga stood right in the middle of that flash flood for her music video Judas. They did offer her a stunt double, but she went ahead and did it herself in heels. And it only took 2 takes. That means they only had to try it 2 times before they were able to get the shot that they needed. This flash flood effect was also used in the movie Big Fat Liar, starring Frankie Muniz, Paul Giamatti, and Amanda Bynes. Across the border into 6 Points, Texas, recently used for Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Coming up on the left, you're going to see the building that says Opera House on it. That is where Academy Award winner Leonardo DiCaprio and actress Juliette Butters had a very heartwarming scene right outside of that building. And then inside of the Opera House is a set that looks as if it is a saloon. And that set was also used for a couple of scenes in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And if you saw that movie, you really got to see our 6 Points, Texas sets in action. And you can also see them in the new movie, Call of the Wild, starring Harrison Ford. And these sets, well, they have actually been around since the silent movie era. So it's kind of nice to see that they're still being used on a regular basis. And we are halfway through the tour, so I do have to remind everybody to please set. That means the director could call action at any moment, and they could start filming, but they are afraid apparently, so we get to take a peek at their set. So it looks as if we are in a subway station in San Francisco. Most of the filming and lighting equipment seems to be on the left side of the tram. Closer to the front car is an area where the actors will get their hair and their makeup. It's California. This happens all the time. Yes, hair and their makeup done. No, you better hold on tight. I think this is going to be the big one. told you this wasn't really a hot set. This was a mechanical effect earthquake, the big one, and it represented an earthquake that would register an 8.3 Richter scale. That mechanical effect and the soundstage 50 were used on the Wow, that is a lot of excitement. I think we need to go relax somewhere. So we're going to head over to Amity Island and relax by the water. Now, they did have a shark problem earlier today, but I was updated before the tour. The shark has been caught. In fact, my coworker George is in the water right now, making sure that it is safe for all of us. Oh, look, you can see the shark that was caught earlier. It's hanging up. Go ahead and see if maybe you can spot my coworker George. He should be over there by that Amity police boat. Wave hi and say, thank you for keeping us safe. Oh no. Oh, there's another shark in the water. Everybody, please remain calm and seated. George, you need to get back to that boat right now. George! Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, I don't think George is going to be able to get back to that boat anytime soon. No. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move along here. We'll check up on George after the tour. But right now, we're going to hide behind these flammable gasoline barrels. Nothing could possibly go wrong there. Oh no, something is going wrong. No, this is good. I don't think sharks like fire, so the shark is not going to appear anywhere near this tram. I fooled you again. I knew that shark was going to appear, but that shark works pretty well. That is our mechanical shark, and in just a few moments, you're going to be able to watch it do the backstroke. So he's going back to the beginning of the scene. And like I said, our mechanical shark works pretty well. In fact, he works much better than the mechanical sharks that were used for the filming of Jaws.
That's a much realized shark. The shark is much better. It didn't really work. It didn't work probably at all. Wherever you go, we just wanted to remember. We just wanted the shark. The wild
They were having so many issues with the shark that the crew nicknamed the production flaws. And Steven Spielberg, who you can see up on your screen right now, he had his own nickname for the shark. He named it Bruce after his attorney. I know, that was really sweet of him. And I've heard Bruce is still Mr. Spielberg's attorney to this very day. And in the Disney film Finding Nemo, they give a shout out to the shark from Jaws by naming their great white shark Bruce as well. And if you take a look over to the right, you're seeing the chicken ranch that was used in the movie musical The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton. It was also used in Rob Zombie's directorial debut, House of a Thousand Corpses. The chicken ranch is what we call a practical set, meaning they could film on the inside and the outside of the house. What you're seeing behind that, that's what we call a facade or a false front. You're only building a portion of